Welcome, Warriors. Carolyn Tooley here, your financial coach. Welcome to day one of yours, mine, and ours, money and our relationships. I'd like to give you a brief overview of what we're going to be doing today and what exactly yours, mine, and ours, money and our relationships is about. Well, you're going to have two recorded videos, one today and one on Wednesday. And then you'll have a poll on Tuesday to participate in. And then you will also be able to take an inventory, a money script inventory or an assessment on Thursday. And on Friday, we're going to go live at 11 a.m. So I hope to see everyone there. And so, what is all of this about? Well, what I'm going to provide you with is some information about your money script. And I'm going to start out by talking about how money affects us and how we develop our money scripts. And our money scripts are our money beliefs. And so, what I'd like for you to take away from all of this is, well, first of all, you'll find out what your money script is. I'd like for you to take away an awareness of that, what your money script is, how it affects you, how it can be affecting your relationships, and what you can do to perhaps rewrite your money script. So let's get started today. But before we do, grab a pen and paper or open that Word document and just be prepared to make some notes because there's going to be some new information given to you. And I look forward to hearing back from you. If you have any comments, or if you have any questions, please note it in the box. And I hope to see everyone on Friday. So yours, mine, and ours, money and our relationships, day one. As I said, we're going to dive a little bit about how money affects us emotionally. Well, money can be a very emotional part of our lives because of what it means to us and our families and our friends. Well, what does money mean to us? Well, money provides us with power. It can be a source of power in any relationship. And money can also be equated to love. And let's face it, no matter what anyone says, money can buy some sort of happiness and security. And, we're better off than a large portion of the world. And money is needed not just for our wants, but our basic human needs like food, shelter, and water. So it's very emotional if we don't have the money, or if someone handles money in a different way than we do. And how do we come together? How do we deal with money in our relationships? Money can also bring us independence. So think about that. So, how does money create conflict, or in what areas and what relationships? Well, money can cause conflicts in couples. I know for myself, in my marriage, I've had arguments about money between siblings. When siblings as children, siblings as adults. We'll dive a little deeper into that. With parents, when you're a child or when you're an adult, between friends. Has anybody ever had an awkward moment with a friend that involved money? I know I have. So let's dive a little deeper into each of these areas. Money conflicts in couples are very common, and the fights about money are worse than fights about any other topics. And finances are a common argument starter. Finances create tension, leading to other arguments and spending time together. Fights about money usually last longer and are more intense. And It is the top reason for divorce. Financial firm TD Ameritrade found that 41% of divorced Generation Xers and 29% of boomers say they ended their marriage due to disagreements about money. That's a lot of people. So let's look at how money conflicts can happen with siblings. And in this, I also want to talk about how you develop your money script, that thing you're going to learn about, what your money script is. So, as children are developing, they are establishing their independence. Now, remember, I said money can bring power and independence. So, we tie our independence into the value and the belief we have with money, especially if money brought us more independence as a child. So we can kind of see a pattern here that when we're growing and we're developing, establishing our independence, we've tied that value into money. So what we see as a child is carried on to our relationships with our siblings or other children, especially if we're just um, coming from a one child family. So, but think about the values and the money values that you saw from the people that influenced you, your circle of influence, your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, a teacher. So, those, if there's conflicts among siblings, either as young children or as adults, that stemmed from what they saw growing up. And the conflicts come when you have different money beliefs and money behaviors. Individuals, siblings within the same family unit can have different money scripts. It's not usual, but it's possible because one individual may have experienced something different as a child. And that coined term is financial flashpoint. There may have been a certain event that determined their belief or their views about money, which then determines their financial behavior. So much more to dive into, but we're going to go on to talk about money conflicts with parents. Oops, let me go the right way. So, money conflicts with parents. That can cause problems for both the parent and child. And I'm really talking about adult children here. We all know that there can be conflicts with children when they're young, especially when it relates to money. There's usually two different roles, the enabler and dependent, if there's a money conflict. There's also extreme feelings of resentment, either from the enabler or the dependent. They resent having to receive it. Now, let me just take a step back. The enabler can be the parent or the child. The dependent can be the parent or the child. Whoever takes on one role, the other will take on the opposite role. Generally, the enabler will become devastated financially until they've realized they need to take care of themselves. There's going to be feelings of guilt and anger. All of this is pretty heavy stuff, but I want to bring an awareness to everyone today of how important money is in our lives and how it affects not only us and our financial behaviors, but our relationships and how we relate to others. So let's go on to money conflicts and friends. Well, I know I've had a few conflicts with friends over money in the past or in my lifetime, and we all know that those can cause high anxiety, create tension. How do you deal with giving gifts, especially if your friend is in a different socioeconomic area? That maybe they have a higher income than you, maybe they have a lower income. Sometimes these conflicts can even sever the relationship. It definitely can be very awkward. Speaking of friends, let me see if I can get this video to play for you.
Do I dare ask?
Yes, I'll start with the carpaccio and then I'll have the grilled prawns.
That sounds great. Same for me. And for the gentleman?
Yeah, I'll have the Thai chicken pizza. But hey, look, if I get it without the nuts and leeks and stuff, is it cheaper?
You'd think, wouldn't you? Miss?
Okay, I will have the side salad.
And what would that be on the side of?
I don't know. Why don't you just put it right here next to my water?
For you?
I'm going to have a cup of the cucumber soup and take care.
I will have the Cajun catfish.
Anything else?
Yes, how about a verse of Killing Me Softly? You're going to sneeze on my fish, aren't you?
Whoa! Does anybody else feel like they just gave birth to an alien?
Yes. No.
Okay. Divided by 6. And everyone owes $28.
Everyone?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's Monica's big night. She shouldn't pay.
Oh.
5 of us is $33.50 apiece.
No, no way. Sorry, not going to happen.
Whoa, prom night flashback.
Sorry, Monica. I'm really happy you got promoted, but cold cucumber mush for 30-something bucks? No. Rachel just had that little salad and Joey with his like teeny pizza. It's just
How about we'll each just pay for what we had, okay? It's no big deal.
that's not for you.
Do I dare ask?
Yes, I'll start with.
So, as the friends show it, it can be very awkward, and you're not alone. We're not alone. Money conflicts in any relationships are very common. Why is that? Well, because it's hard to talk about money. If Rachel and her friends would have sat down and said, hey, this is all we can afford, it might have been a little bit easier there, but it was written into the script. It's to show us how awkward it can be. And those matters of finance can cause problems. So we already know the statistics show it can lead to divorce. It can sever relationships between siblings or friends. So let's dive a little deeper. We all have different money patterns and beliefs. As I said, I want you to come away with knowing that we all have different patterns and beliefs. And we have conflicts because of that. And let's look at what Susie Orman says. There isn't a part of our lives that money doesn't touch. It affects our relationships, the way we go about our everyday activities, our ability to make dreams, reality, everything. Money can equal to power, and it can also be attached to love. It provides for our basic needs. Remember, it gives us power and independence. We can compare ourselves to others based on what we own, what we have, or how much we make or save. We all have different values around money. These values determine our money behaviors and patterns. Remember, we developed our values and those behaviors from our childhood. When I talked about conflict with siblings, we developed those behaviors from the people like our parents, grandparents, or others that we were influenced by. Those were the values and behaviors we saw. Did we hear arguments about money? Did we witness someone struggling with money? Did our family have conversations about money? Remember, no matter what relationship you're dealing with in a conflict with money, whether it be couples, siblings, we each have different money beliefs. We develop those individually. We have money conflicts because we have different values and behaviors associated with money. And money is required for most everything. So those values, beliefs, and behaviors. Well, there are two individuals, financial psychologists, Dr. Brad Klontz and Dr. Ted Klontz, who coined the phrase money script. That's the term I've been referring to. That's the awareness I want you to be able to come out, knowing what your money script is. So these two individuals who coined this phrase, they did it back in 2005 after numerous years of research. What they meant by money script is the inner beliefs that we each have about money. And those scripts, again, restating, they're learned from our circle of influence and our financial flashpoints. Those are those events that happen to us. I'll give you an example. Like one financial flashpoint in my life was when, as an adult, I went to buy a house and I budgeted and I got everything in order. And then I realized that I forgot one thing to budget for, and I just went into a panic. But even prior to that, as a child, I remember things that happened to me. Like when I saved, I was really given praise for that. Can you imagine? Or you may yourself not been praised for saving, or not even had any money conversations, or maybe you've had the money conversations, or maybe you experienced something in your past as a child that really affected your values and beliefs about money. And many times, money scripts can hold us hostage to our money behaviors. It can control our lives. And I have seen money scripts destroy individuals or relationships. And it also can lead to some pretty self-sabotaging behaviors like hoarding or overspending or even overworking. So, what are these money scripts? There are 4 of them. Money worship. Just a brief summary of the belief that money buys freedom. More money always makes you happier. Money avoidance, again, briefly, it's the belief the rich are greedy. It is not okay to have more than you need. Money status, the belief that my net worth is my self-worth. You should only want new things. Money vigilance, that belief that money is a private matter. It's extravagant to spend on yourself. So those are the 4 money scripts. We're going to be able to find out our own money script on Thursday. But tomorrow, we're going to have a poll, guess your money script. So without going into the survey, you might already have an idea of what your money script is. On Wednesday, I'll be providing another recorded presentation that's going to go in deeper into each of these money scripts. And then, as I said, on Thursday, you'll be able to take the money script inventory and learn what yours is. And on Friday, then, we're going to talk about how you can rewrite your money scripts and how it will help change your life and also change your relationships. Thank you for joining me today. And let me get back on here. There, so you can see a face. Thank you for joining me today. And I look forward to the rest of the week. Please comment on the video, or if you have any questions, just ask me. And have a good day, warriors.